Welcome back to Season 3 of The Worst of the Worst. We kick things off this season with Wanted Dead, a game I happen to really enjoy, since we led this with a woman-led game, female-led game. We're going to continue on that trend with this callback to Season 1, Onechanbara. Yeah, this one is definitely done in a very different philosophy of design, holy cow. In Season 1, Onechanbara Bikini Zombie Slayers held this same slot. It went second right after Fester's Quest and quickly dethroned the Addams Family game, despite what the angry video game nerd would have you believe. Well, Zombie Slayers was slicing up the Wii, its sister title, Bikini Samurai Squad, was dropping on the 360. These are budget games, part of D3's Simple series in Japan, meant to be cranked out and mass-produced. Yet the franchise was popular enough to spawn 2 Western releases and a live-action movie, which a bunch of us watched in Discord one night, and it was something. So at the time, this was kind of a big deal. If you're new here, this is how the series works. I pick 8 horror games, or horror-adjacent games, from my collection. Listen, you can stop suggesting me Barbie games in the DMs, it's just not gonna happen. We pit them against each other to figure out which one is truly the worst. Season 1 crowned Alone in the Dark, the champ of cringe. Season 2, bowing down to Calling on the Wii. Our criteria: game mechanics, presentation, story, and last but not least, game feel. We touched on how the core combat works before, but let's dig in a little more. Bikini Samurai Squad is a budget hack and slash, but it's built on surprisingly competent mechanical foundation. You control one of 3 characters, Aya, Saki, and Anna. Each have their own weapons and movesets. The combo system here isn't deep, but it exists, and the devs clearly tried to give the game a rhythm, but she dances just about as well as I do. Rather than relying on motion controls like the Wii version, here everything is tied to traditional button inputs. That alone makes the game feel 10 times more responsive. You've got light and heavy attacks dodging, lock-on targeting, and even a rage mode that kicks in when your blood meter fills. There's also a return for the cleanliness mechanic. Your sword gets soaked in blood and will get stuck in enemies, so you have to manually clean it off in the middle of combat. It's a small detail, but it adds to a layer of tension and bigger encounters. Do you swing and risk getting stuck in a stun animation, or back off and clean? Special moves can be used when enemies are weakened, and some characters like Anna with her guns offer ranged options, though option might be generous. Anna sucks to play, her aiming is stiff, her movement is slower, and every encounter with her feels like a compromise between frustration and pure cheese. There's a light RPG element in there as well. You can level up stats, assign skill points, and unlock new outfits, but don't get too excited. Most of this is just fluff and doesn't really change how the gameplay feels as far as I can tell, just like the Wii title. The AI is dumb, enemy variety is thin, and most fights boil down to crowd control and keeping your combos going. In short, game works. It's janky and shallow, but mechanically, it's fine. Fine, but just more than I could say for some of the other games in this series. So yeah, it's ugly. But again, context matters. It's a budget title. This wasn't aiming to win a visual design award. It's trying to make money with as little investment as possible. Character models are stiff and expressionless, animations that feel like they're ripped right from a 2004 tech demo. Lip syncing? Practically non-existent. Lighting? Flat. Textures? Completely reused from the Wii title. But, and it's a weird but, there's a kind of charm to how over-the-top and low effort it all is. The cutscenes are so wildly overacted and absurd, they loop back around to entertaining. It's that sweet spot of so bad it's good, which in a category Onechanbara lives in completely rent-free.
番組の途中ですが臨時ニュースを申し上げます。本日14時過ぎ、東京都各所にて謎の集団による暴動事件が発生しました。
お姉ちゃん、奴らが動き出した。
ご覧ください。あのたくさんの暴漢たち、次々と人々を襲っています。
The soundtrack, generic. Kind of slaps though. You got some crunchy guitar riffs during combat, moody synth during storyline bits. It fits even if it's not the most memorable. Voice acting is exactly what you'd expect. It's either aggressively monotone or dialed up to 11 with zero middle ground. It's campy and ridiculous, and honestly, it kind of works in that late night direct-to-DVD horror way. Menus are bare bones, HUD is functional, and the enemy designs, while repetitive, do have that gruesome charm you'd expect from B-grade zombie games. Okay, just like before, this is where things start to fall apart. And I say that as someone trying to follow the lore of this franchise. The story picks up somewhere. There's no real context or recap. You're just dropped into the city that's overrun by zombies again, and Aya and Zaki are back to doing what they do, murdering the undead in very impractical outfits. They run into Anna, the woman with guns, and together they take on the zombie plague.
Shizuka, あなたを助けに来ました。逃げますよ。っていうか、あんた誰なの？誰だかわかんないけど、一応礼は言っとくわ。そんなことよりついてきてください。
The antagonist, Rico, appears, but unless you've played every entry in the series, and possibly seen the live-action movie, you have no idea who she is or why she matters. Dialogue is cryptic, plot points are barely explained, and emotional beats land kind of like wet spaghetti. There are attempts at deeper lore, sisterhood, vengeance, family legacy, but they're all buried under layers of fan service, blood spray, and camera angles that linger far too long than they should on body parts. You are not here for story. You know this. The developers know this. Let's not pretend. Here's the thing. It plays better than the Wii version, and that's the nicest thing I can say about it. The combat has weight. Attacks connect with decent feedback, enemy stuns are readable, and the pacing isn't terrible. The moment-to-moment gameplay, while shallow, can be satisfying, especially when you manage to chain together a long combo and mow through a dozen zombies without taking a hit. But everything surrounding that core loop is rough. Movement is stiff, dodging can be unreliable, the lock-on camera fights you constantly, the enemy AI is brain dead, hit detection is inconsistent, and if you're playing Anna, it feels like you're dragging a sack of bricks across the map while blindfolded. The rage mechanic, where your character goes berserk, is cool in theory. You move faster, you hit harder, but it drains your health and can easily kill you if you don't disengage quickly enough. High risk, medium reward. It's playable. It's not fun the way a good hack and slash is fun, but it scratches a certain itch if you're in the mood for low stakes, low effort zombie slicing. You just have to accept its jank and find joy in the mess. I like Wanted Dead. And for some reason I can't explain, I like this franchise. I wish I knew why. The game doesn't even look good enough to bait another Gooner thumbnail like I did for Nightmare Arcade. That video. That one. So which game wins or really loses this matchup? Honestly, it isn't close. Wanted Dead is better in every conceivable way, and it should be. Onechanbara titles are low budget by design. Frontrunner for Season 3 Worst of the Worst is Bikini Samurai Squad. See, a game I like is still in contendership, just like I said before. What about you? Anyone even play this? Or even worse, did you pay way too much money for it like I did? I'm Adam the Horror Historian. Thank you for watching episode 2 of this season of The Worst of the Worst. Next video, we're actually stepping back away and we are diving into a game that I'm very, very excited to talk about. Although this is it's a little bit more daunting than I thought it would be. I mean, this is a full-blown psychotic fever dream. Get ready for assassins with multiple personalities, invisible terrorists, and a plot that makes Twin Peaks look like a coloring book. That's right, in the next video we are actually tackling Pseudo-51's political horror thriller? You can call it that? Killer 7. Bring a corkboard, some red string, and a really stiff drink. You're gonna need all three. Until next time, stay scared, stay curious.